All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Fatal Metal Tournament. We are in the winners finals, and we have an absolute nuts match coming up for every single one of you. This match has been a combination of a lot of things, but both of these players have been fighting their way up to this point, and it has been a fight that they have had. You have the player for Team Red hailing from the land down under, one of Australia's best players, ASecretBox himself, one of the mechanical demon mouse player, and phenomenal at everything that's known as flow aim or tapping consistency or hidden. Phenomenal player on that side. And then for Team Blue, you have Pezz hailing from the land of the free, the United States. Phenomenal player as well. Also another one of the best players in the United States. And another, important player for their team in the World Cup. Both of them phenomenal players. They've just come out of another tournament, which ASecretBox did get the edge over Pezz. It was a team tournament, however, so the stakes will be a bit different here, and that was a bit earlier stage. This map pool, however, is going to be quite a bit difficult compared to that, and we have some banger maps coming up for you. We've seen yesterday's. If you weren't here for yesterday's, though, you are in for a treat. I am one of your commentators, Zero, and I am joined by the lovely Tommy1. How are we doing?
Hello everyone, and it's nice to be back for a second match today. I mean, that is a really big match to commentate, that's for sure. You always love to see just a matchup like that, ASecretBox versus Pezz. I mean, you cannot even commentate much about them. Both are very accomplished players, both are very good, and of course they are all enjoying the songs and the maps that we have today for the finals. And the only question would be who will be better today and who will be getting into the grand finals, to the lower bracket or to the higher one. And honestly, I have no idea. I have some, well, I guess biases, but I'm not going to air them too much.
Understandable. We've had some banger circumstances coming to this point, but the match now comes to this point. We've had our protects come in. We have Pezz, I believe, protecting that no mod 5, if I'm not mistaken. And we have ASecretBox protecting that no mod 2. Both players going straight down that avenue for those protects. One of them straight on flow aim, the other one straight on raw speed mechanics. But we've had some bans come in as well. We're seeing that DT2 getting banned, getting rid of some of that raw speed thing control. But we're also seeing DT3 ban as well, another raw speed map, which Box will be a bit weaker on when it comes to this map. So these bans are completely understandable.
Yeah, and of course they are followed by HD bans from Pezz, which are also completely understandable. ASecretBox was pretty much accomplished as one of the greater players on HD mode of the actual, I believe, the last 5 years. I would even say something like that. At least he really showed himself in the later stages, in the later year, I would say. But yeah, as we will be getting, we actually have a first pick of the match, and it is a little bit on the unexpected one. It will be DT4, System of a Down.
Yeah, opting into System of a Down is your first pick. This is a map choice and a half to go into, if you ask me, because this map is a tad bit different. It's a tad bit weird, and it is definitely completely awkward. It fits into that old category. It's about AR 9.7 with DT, so your approach rate isn't going to be uncomfortable. The OD isn't even that high. So where the challenge comes from? This map being super awkward on those overlaps and really weird aim sections, and a lot of control required for this entire map. An opening pick is definitely a choice I wasn't expecting, but it's an understandable pick because ASecretBox is one of the best tapping players in the game when it comes to that control and accuracy. So going into a map like this is completely understandable.
Yeah, and as we are going into this intro a little bit, it is already shown that it is not map for the week, as we already see that there is a big accuracy drop, which is of course expected for almost any player in this tournament, but ASecretBox already with 95%, they are recovering well as well, but Pezz is just holding down 95, never mind, he did find some more accuracy drop, but it does not matter, they are still going strong, there is only that bit of difference. The biggest question would be if they will be able to continue their performance in the later stage of this map.
Yeah, this map is brutal the whole way through, and there are so many of those sections, which we did see Pezz find an unfortunate miss on early end, but there are a lot more of those to come from, and ASecretBox does trade the miss, 200 combo late almost, so that score lead is going to be sitting 70k in their favor, but as Pezz starts to recover that combo back up, it will start to decrease, but that accuracy difference is going to be helping, keeping that scoreline in favor for ASecretBox, as we are getting to the halfway point of the map, but this map does have its challenges, and it does catch Pezz out, but ASecretBox does end up trading it immediately after. It is still 60k in his favor as the map is in its later half.
Yeah, and that we are heading to it more harder against buttons after those small section in front of us. It will be a big question because it is an uphill battle right now for Pezz. He does have a small combo advantage, but the accuracy is not looking great, almost 3%, almost scratch that, almost 2% down from ASecretBox, and now it will be a question if he will be able to get enough combo to get it back, and it seems like it will not be the case this time around, as Pezz is the first one to find the break. On the second KI, or the last KI of this one, ASecretBox is trading, but it's still 70,000 for the difference. The 70,000 for ball between the two is not enough for Pezz to go around that. It will be, after all, the first opening pick and the first opening point for ASecretBox.
Yeah, a very, very solid opening pick to go into. Maybe a bit closer than hoped to be expected, but that is what will happen at these levels with these two players, because they are both phenomenal. But that 70k difference is enough to make that first point go over to the side of the Australian ASecretBox. That 4-miss is honestly disgusting to look at, because this map is brutal the whole way through. And that 96% accuracy as well, just as disgusting. Holding on anything during this map is just crazy work. But that is what happens, and it does go in favor to ASecretBox there. But now the new question is, what does Pezz want to opt into? Because I've mentioned it before, right, with my theory behind opting in for your protects. I don't think this would be an opportunity for them to use a protect. In my opinion, you want to opt into those picks when, you know, you either have a chance to gain a bigger lead or you need something to build that momentum back. And neither of those options are there right now. But it seems that Pezz is going to be opting for the Hard Rock one, going to, you know, kind of stay in line with my idea theory behind those protects and not opting into it yet. Opting in to Slash Made by Parakoa.
Yeah, this is a really interesting pick for sure. I mean, I don't think this is one of those stable picks for sure. It can go either way, especially on this type of match with very strange patterns. I believe it was described to me something of somewhat a drunk map, whatever that might entail. But after seeing it once, I can understand where this description is coming from. The patterns are very broken, very strange, and I'm not really following even the greater flow, I guess, of things, and that might be a big challenge for both of the players.
Yeah, this map is brutal. As you mentioned, yeah, the awkwardness and almost broken feeling of a lot of those jump patterns especially. But it does mix in a few of those 237 BPM streams as well, littered between, almost feeling jump scary. So you do have to be ready to go from having, you know, focusing on that aim to just locking in on that 240 BPM tapping practically. And this map does amalgamate both of them pretty nicely in its 3-minute drain time. Quite a difficult map, 7.7-ish stars when it comes to Gnome, what I believe, a bit higher on the Hard Rock, I think. No, 7.7 with the Hard Rock, my apologies. But very, very difficult map. And I'm intrigued to see how this goes for either player. It is Pezz's pick, their chance to get a point back on their side. Let's see how it goes for Pezz.
Yeah, and as we are heading into the intro, it seems like they are pretty much comfortable, at least for now. There is no big discrepancy between the two. The accuracy is relatively stable, only 0.3, never mind that, because Pezz was just able to find the first of the break, first combo break of this map, and as they are going into the finish in the first quarter, ASecretBox was able to trade it off, and now this is all up for grabs, as we are not having any solid leads from any of the players.
Yeah, I mean, they are pretty much just joined at the hip when it comes to those scores right now. I mean, 5k difference between them, that narrow combo lead for Pezz will be helping trying to decrease that score that ASecretBox has over them. But that accuracy from ASecretBox, the point to advantage, is going to help keep it there for a bit longer. But as neither player seems to break, it seems that Pezz is going to be starting to move that scoreline just back over to their side, as we are nearing the halfway point of the map, and they do hold on, but ASecretBox unfortunately does find the miss, but traded out immediately after by Pezz, and that scoreline flips right back over to the side of ASecretBox by 20,000 score.
Yes, the biggest difference so far has been the accuracy that Pezz was able to drop just a little bit too much, and especially with this one miss right before the slow section of this map, where it will be pretty much the opportunity for ASecretBox to extend that 30,000 lead that he has going on as for some more, and it seems like it is not looking great for Pezz. He needs to wait for a big break from ASecretBox. That is not going to be happening for sure. You already know who's playing on the left side, and he's trying to his best to get another point on his hands, and oh my god, what is going on? They're still holding.
Yeah, when you put a demon of consistency on any kind of map like this, especially on this tapping requirement on this later half, ASecretBox is a man that will absolutely shine in this case scenario, and you can see it happening. The accuracy still sitting around that 98% mark, 98.16. Did drop down from that almost 99, but they've seen those scores. Pezz knows that he is down 55k, but he is holding on to the combo that would make it possible to bring it back. The intense jump section, if a miss was to be found here, it could be critical, but neither of them find that miss yet. But Pezz is the one to break towards the end of the map, which is not ideal for that case scenario, as the map is coming to its close, and ASecretBox brings that combo with him to the ending checkpoint of that map.
Damn, what a crazy battle this time around. I mean, 573k from ASecretBox and 453 from Pezz. What are you even expecting? Only one miss from ASecretBox in such a dense and a strange map to aim? I'm not even sure. And we immediately just have no nerves attached. ASecretBox is just straight going for HP3 peak right after the HR1.
Yeah, opting in to play few against many. The alt map of the Hidden Pool, I believe. This map is an LMT map, so you can usually know what to expect. You're expecting some pretty awkward linear patterns, some pretty awkward mapping, but something very, very fun and enjoyable nonetheless. And you can kind of see it kick in from the get-go. You know, almost feeling grid snapped in a sense, but in a very awkward angle for it. And this is a map that I think ASecretBox will absolutely thrive on. You give this man ult, he will run away with it. You give this man hidden on top of it, and he is going to go insane. And it's the kind of skill set that he just absolutely thrives with. Pezz, however, as well, though, is going to be pretty confident on this kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes towards the ending, because this could actually end up being an accuracy battle between the two, but I do expect to see some breaks around that midpoint.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, ASecretBox is a big favorite for this one, but so far it seems like Pezz is not going down easily, still holding this decently well. Of course, not a double S 100% accuracy that ASecretBox was able to hold right until now, the end of the first quarter of this map, but still, what a great performance. But Pezz still holding, going strong, and it seems like they are just completely unfazed by the big patterns of this map, and they are just going on. Never mind that Pezz does find the first break of the map, but it is, just look at ASecretBox, he does not care. He's going on, never mind! Another miss from him, and it is only a 25,000 score difference between the two.
Yeah, those misses are a bit unfortunate. A few chain misses even to come out from ASecretBox, which is going to be helping Pezz quite a decent margin there. That score lead was a decent bit ahead, especially after Pezz's first miss, but after those chain misses, it closed down to a 5k difference, with Pezz having an accuracy lead and a combo lead. But those, oh, the no-lock from Pezz is going to be shifting that score more and more out of his favor and out of his margin of a circumference. No, sorry. Give me a minute to remember the word to overcome. It was close enough. I forgot the word. My apologies. But yeah, that chain miss is so unfortunate from Pezz. It does give ASecretBox a chance to start running away with it more and more, which is definitely not a case you want to be in. Not when you're already 2 points down, but this is ASecretBox's pick. This is something that he went into knowing he'd be confident on, and knowing, and with the thought process that he would outmatch Pezz. And so far, that thought process is working out pretty solidly.
Yeah, and as we are closing down the first half of the map, they are still, I believe, at least I hope, that it's not really that much of a score difference that ASecretBox might have wanted when he was picking this map, and it is really up for grabs for anyone, especially as Pezz was able to recover quite well, even after the big chain miss in the second quarter of this map. And as we are getting through this whole section, you can just feel the tension going up, as ASecretBox might just know that he should be having the lead, but he did find some unfortunate misses, and it should be much closer than he expected.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot closer than maybe hoped for, but it's still a more than enough of a margin to be pretty comfortable for ASecretBox right now. But as the map does start to build back up a bit, the ult will start to kick back in, and those misses are going to be found from ASecretBox, but Pezz is gonna hold on. There is definitely a chance to bring that score lead back over to his side. It's only 35k, and that will start to crumble before ASecretBox. The accuracies may be in favor of ASecretBox, but that miss from Pezz is going to stop the chance at clawing it back. Clawing up the mountain, but unfortunately slipping on a rock as ASecretBox is back to building that combo. Still on a disgustingly high accuracy for a map like this, and still holding that score lead of 45k, even with a few extra misses being found from Pezz.
Yeah, and as we are seeing, just ASecretBox still holding. I mean, Pezz is now just should be begging, hoping for a big breakdown from ASecretBox that is just does not have any signs that it is going to happen, as he's just going through, no accuracy drops, feeling completely comfortable on those legal HD patterns, and it seems like it is pretty much a done deal as we are closing down this map with a few only 100 combo remaining.
Yeah, this has felt like a beatdown so far. I mean, the first 3 points, it is safe to say, have gone towards the favor of ASecretBox, because I don't think there's much that... There's nowhere to find 85k on the ending of this map. Not for Pezz, unfortunately, but it is an unfortunate circumstance right now. But, you know, being 3-0 down, what do you really want to try and go into? This is where my theory on optimizing those protect picks came in. I think this is now the point where you might want to opt into that no mod 5, opting into something that you know you will outspeed ASecretBox on, because it is, I would argue, one of, you know, ASecretBox's weaker things is those high BPMs, especially longer stamina moments, and something like no mod 5 is that in its entirely. And when you're 3-0 down and need to at least get something on the board, I think that is honestly one of your best options to go into if you're Pezz, but only he can decide what he wants to go into, and if he's feeling like it, he might even pick a different map. Just depends on what he is confident on right now.
Yeah, I mean, there is not a lot of choice for sure. Number 5 would be a great pick. Pezz was always showing that he's quite proficient on this type of skill set, as a Nomad 5 entails, but we might be seeing Nomad... Oh, it is after all Nomad 5. Great prediction from Torva right here. I did expect there might be some also different picks, but I guess we will be talking about a little bit later, as we will be getting ready for that Nomad 5. The Empress, the very nasty map set of it, 270 BPM stamina for 4 minutes straight. That is not going to be an easy map, easy challenge for any of the players involved.
Yeah, this is one of those maps that you see it and you know it's daunting. If you are not comfortable on pure 270, you are not going to have a fun time on this, because it is just unrelenting. Those 270 just go crazy over and over again. It is just full force the whole way through. Don't get me wrong, sure, you get 1, maybe 2 very small breaks, but in the grand scheme of this map, you don't actually have more than enough time to rebuild that stamina. You just need to have that stamina to play throughout this whole map. And Pezz is one of those players that I would say definitely has the stamina to play a map like this. But early in, you do have the accuracy difference coming in, and Pezz is going to be leading by about 3% accuracy to start off with, but it just all depends on how it will go later in. I'm not too sure on ASecretBox's pure ability to play speed. I'm not the most confident in it, because he is very, you know, talented when it comes to tapping, especially those mid-range BPMs, but we are getting to those high BPMs, and he is holding on to combo very well, but that accuracy game right now is just so far ahead for Pezz by like 5 full percentage.
Yeah, and as we are getting into finishing the first quarter of the map, it seems like they are still holding nicely. Never mind that Pezz did find the first bunch of break, and as well as ASecretBox that actually found the real first break of this map, and together with some accuracy drops, and it's not looking great, as Pezz will be increasing his score much faster than ASecretBox will, and as we are still only in the first 2/3 of the map. It might be, of course, revertible, but it is still not going to be an easy task, especially as ASecretBox is trying his best, but it seems like he's just not feeling as comfortable, nearly as comfortable as Pezz on those mean 270 BPM just bursts in one place.
Yeah, you bring a map like this to the table and you have to fully unlock that speed and stamina capability. And this map really brings a dent to your stamina capabilities if you're not careful. But Pezz, however, is really not worried about it. Does finally find those breaks, but it was traded out immediately, and he only broke at the halfway point of the map. The first 1,000 or more combo going to favor of Pezz is just a disgusting score so far. That 153k score difference is just doing favors. We were saying that Pezz needed to get his first point on the board, and as we guessed, this map was the perfect opportunity for it. Just so clean on this 270, even with ScorV2 pulling out that 95% accuracy on OD 9.8 270 to clarify. This map is so difficult to tap at this accuracy, but when you bring a player like Pezz, it honestly looks like it's light work for him at this point.
It just seems so brutal, as Pezz is still going strong, recounting that unfortunate miss, that small accuracy drop that he had, and still going strong, 95% accuracy, and it does not matter. ASecretBox is trying to recover his best. He got some combo melee-mind, he did find some more breaks after all this later half, with some, I guess, tablet troubles? Possibly, but yeah.
Mouse player just knows the stamina difference when it comes to 270 is there. Seeing what Pezz is doing, I don't blame him for a reaction like that, because when you are so speed gapped like this, you just have to sit back and watch, because Pezz is doubled on that 1,000 combo, going for another one on this map.
He did find an unfortunate miss in the end, but it is still not going to be holding him back. I believe 100k score on this type of map, it is not going to be easily reproducible by any of the players in the world. And we are seeing it happening live in this match, as he is still trying to finish it off with some great accuracy, and it seems like it will be the case after we are going to be seeing the last few hundred combo, last few bursts and streams of this map, and Pezz will be actually going again close to 1000 combo in the ending too.
You know your player is good at their skill set when not only do they bring home 442k on the Empress as a no mod 5, but if he had set that score without ScorV2, that would have gotten him at least top 35 global on that map. That is the challenge that map brings, even in solo play. So to bring 400k with that as your first point on the board, just a phenomenal pick for Pezz. Honestly, just unbelievable. But ASecretBox has answered back and immediately went, do you know what? Even if I can't speed gap you, doesn't matter. I'm taking you the other route. We're going down. We're lowering that BPM by a significant margin. We're going down to some no mod 3.
Yeah, and as we are going to be heading into it, it will be, of course, a favorable map towards the ASecretBox. But, oh my god, after this, no mod 5, I'm not even sure if it might actually affect some performance from ASecretBox, because it is a big map and you did spend quite a bit stamina playing it, and well, you gotta get ready for number 3, especially with those fall and sometimes actually finger control patterns that you might see on this map. That's the only good thing that we can say as a watcher, as a commentator, that it is going to be at least an absolute banger to watch and to hear too.
Yeah, this map is gonna be an insane one. I feel like this is a map that we saw on Hidden 3, right? Hidden 3 was that ult pick, and we saw that both of them are super capable on it. So now we remove the Hidden, and we just see if Pezz is feeling confident on it. We do see early breaks coming in from ASecretBox, which is a bit unfortunate, but this map is 2 minutes, so you can get away with a miss that early, but misses from this point onwards are going to start to cripple that score difference, and the accuracy loss that came from those misses isn't going to help too much, especially if Pezz is going to be sitting with that 99% accuracy right now early into this map. But that, oh, what a slider break, Pezz. No, that is so tragic. That was almost out of nowhere, out of left field, a slider break. that is not going to be helping now that ASecretBox has really started to recover, and even a miss on that flow aim. Oh, this is looking a bit disastrous right now.
That is a breakdown, but it does not matter because at the very least, Pezz was able to secure at least an early accuracy advantage, because even after those unfortunate misses in the slow aim patterns, it still has an accuracy advantage over ASecretBox, and well, the only trouble would be is that the map is relatively short, only 2 minutes, and we are already heading towards the second half of it, and it seems like ASecretBox is still holding NFC and is not planning to find any misses anytime soon. And as we are getting into, I believe, the second TI possibly of this map, the ASecretBox is going closer and closer towards the sweet 1000 combo spot, and no one is going to be able to stop him.
Yeah, oh, unfortunate tragic miss to be found, but that's still 200k score advantage for them right now. I mean, ASecretBox is just going to be chilling. Even with the combo that Pezz has started to build, the recovery on it with 540 combo, but closing 155k is no easy task, and the miss being found from the both of them, but Pezz missing even just a moment before does shut down any hopes for a comeback on this map. It is a short map. You don't really get many chances for it. But the one chance they had, it wasn't enough, unfortunately. And it is going to be ASecretBox taking the 4th point to themselves. Both very solid scores. A better miscount from Pezz, but better accuracy from ASecretBox, and the better combo, which is all you really need. And it's now up to Pezz again to choose another pick and try to change the tide that this match is showing right now, because it's looking pretty one-sided, to be honest. The main pick that Pezz has had has been his Protect. So trying to switch that around now and getting that comfort zone on all of these other maps, that is the goal that Pezz is looking for.
I mean, yeah, the only good thing for now would be that there is not a lot of out picks left in the pool, and we will be seeing actually Hard Rock 3 from Pezz, which is, I mean, I cannot really say it is unexpected. Pezz is, of course, great, and HR and HR3 skill sets, but it is not going to be a very easy map to get a point on, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is one of those picks that the map pool has started to dwindle down, but you still have some things that you're reasonably comfortable in. When it comes to that hard rock aim, Pezz is very, very strong. And this map does capitalize on that a lot, especially this difficulty. There are weird sliders in this map, there's a lot of awkward aim, and a lot of 225 BPM streams, if I'm not mistaken. But those are also things that ASecretBox thrive on, especially at this BPM. This is almost just a relaxed zone, a no thoughts, just full flow state zone for ASecretBox. So it's going to be concerning getting into this matchup, but I do think Pezz has a very, very solid shot of bringing this point back to themselves. You know, getting themselves back on the table, getting themselves back in the flow state and in the comfort zone they want to be in. This is definitely one of the picks for it.
I mean, yeah, at the very least we will have to wait and see, especially as we are getting into the intro of the song, and there is unfortunately clearly seen an accuracy advantage towards the Pezz, as ASecretBox dropped significantly towards the 84% for now, and Pezz hovering at around 92-93. But yes, so far both the players are holding FCs until Pezz found the first miss in the intro of the song, and it will be given a small advantage as soon as ASecretBox will be able to recover some of that accuracy. And as we are getting into this big, just very tight precision flow aim patterns, ASecretBox is able to find the first break of his own, but Pezz is not trained in it. It will be getting some more score advantage again back to his side as soon as he will be able to just hold a little bit more, because the accuracy is again stagnated. ASecretBox has recovered quite well, and it's not a great news for Pezz, but there is still a lot of map left.
Yeah, there's a lot map remaining. Pezz has that combo and that accuracy, but the accuracy is very close in it. ASecretBox, I do believe, found a slider break just before one of those stream sections, but Pezz does cling through them, bringing that 8k score lead over to their side, but we're only halfway through the map. There's still another half of this map, which does bring challenge to it, and it does have some bite to this map. It is a bit concerning if you're not careful, but this awkwardness to this map, it just feels right? Like, you see a lot of bagel diff, and you know it's going to be awkward, but you know it's going to be nice, and this map has just been that the whole way through, and the second half is going to be bringing more of those awkward streams as well. The combo difference of only 100 and the accuracy difference being less than half a percentage. They're so close, but the stack stream doesn't catch them out either. I think they even built some accuracy, but there was some accuracy drop on the side of ASecretBox, dropping below that 95% mark, but does now climb back over it, and Pezz is on that almost 97% accuracy mark, and their combos just continue building. It is the next drop that is going to be concerning, especially as that's 55k score difference in this last quarter of the map, and it could be anything to completely flip it over if Pezz isn't careful here.
Any miss right now is going to be crucial, as we are only a 50,000 score difference going towards the Pezz, and the both of players are still holding a great combo lead, but the ASecretBox is first one to find the break, and it seems like it might be pretty much done. If Pezz will be able to hold just a little bit longer, as we are getting into the last quarter of the map, and it seems like it is just a world that we are living in, the world made by the Pezz that is just going through, still I believe holding S run of the map. Never mind that he does find finally the first lead that he has on those jump patterns in the very end of this map, but it is still such an incredible performance. I believe over 1,000 combo, and is still going strong. 96% accuracy. ASecretBox was trying his best, but it is not enough because Pezz is the one that he is playing against.
The scores from both players is just disgusting, but that 660k from Pezz is unreal. Both of them having that one miss, but that combo difference doing a lot of work right there. 1.1k combo for Pezz, 856 for ASecretBox. That map was just brutal, and the scores from both of them just doesn't feel real. I don't understand how you have that level of consistency to bring that out on Hard Rock 3, but you know what? If it works, and evidently it has for Pezz to get that point on the board, which is a very nice turnaround that we were looking for. But we do see ASecretBox opt in for that DT1.
Yeah, that is a little bit momentum gained back towards the Pezz, but this one is going to be a big challenge again, because it is, I believe, also a big map that is not going to be having a big advantage towards any of the two players. Both are very proficient at this T-aim, and of course, as we are going to be vibing to the song Linkin Park, you always love to hear it. I am not sure you can... I am pretty sure that any miss might be deciding who will be winning this map and who will be losing, and I am not sure who will be the one to miss.
Yeah, this map, especially when you add DT on top of it, is pretty nuts. I mean, you get a lot of aim in here, a high AR of 10.5, OD 10.4, and it's a relatively short map as well. As you mentioned, any miss, especially after the immediate intro, will be a bit concerning for either side, but holding on is going to be the most important game between these two right now, especially with the clash that these two have had. And this map honestly does feel like a perfect choice for the both of them, as they are both going to be relatively comfortable on something like this. Both comfortable at this high AR, both comfortable at this level of aim. So I'm intrigued to see how this goes for the both of them. Absolute banger song. As you mentioned, Linkin Park, Two-Faced, insane. And it's gonna be just a banger song. Look at these jumps, bro. How are they? Yeah, sure. Just run through these jumps like it's a 4-star, why don't you? These things are light work to these players, and it just doesn't make sense how calm they are for this being a finals matchup at the DT1, and it just feels like light work.
And instead of flying by, we are already going towards the second half of the map, and the ASecretBox is still holding in double S at perfect accuracy across the board. Pezz is trying his best, but he is the first to find the break. The ASecretBox giving this early advantage. Never mind, already giving the big advantage towards the Pezz as they are going into the last third of the map, and the ASecretBox did drop his accuracy slightly, and the more important his combo, and the Pezz is still holding ZFC. Possibly getting a first steal of this match, as he's just holding on 99.5, and he's not letting it go down, still kicking those jumps, and we are going to the last quarter of this map.
Yeah, this is just a phenomenal score from the both of them, but as still holding on to that combo, hoping to close this map out with a full combo. That 300k score difference is just screaming right now. And another miss is found from ASecretBox just in the last moments of the map. And unfortunately, does drop a lot bit of accuracy there. But Pezz, we have to talk, bro. just on the fly, your opponent's pick, and you drop 4 100s to full combo the map. Yeah, okay, bro. You are so back in the game. You have locked in. This was looking scary for you at the start, but you have dialed in completely. And it is such a well played from them. ASecretBox choking the SS and a few misses, but you just have to put so much respect for the score there from Pezz. It's just diabolical work. Apparently, this map doesn't even have an FC. The map apparently doesn't even have an FC on leaderboard with DT. It doesn't. He just set first. Yeah. Okay, cool, bro. He just set first DTFC.
I mean,
he set first DT.
Why not? Why not do this in the match? Why not a finals match winners bracket, as we are deciding who is going to be advancing towards the grand finals in the winner bracket? They are still just dropping FCs on the maps that are just illogical to have FCs on, but we are going to be seeing another pick from Pezz, which is going to be again building his momentum back up, and it will be number one, trying to get this advantage going with this just pure aim ability that he seems to be showing right now.
Yeah, I mean, you win that DT1 and you set the first DT full combo on something in match. Yeah, your aim confidence is going to be completely there, so opting in for this no mod 1 is completely understandable, but this map is going to be a tad bit different. It's got that consistency to it. It is 3 minutes 28. And on top of that, I would argue this map is just a tad bit harder due to the spacing of those jumps being very consistent in that entire way through of 210 BPM. But on top of that, you do also have a lot of those 210 BPM streams littered in between. You do see a few early misses coming from ASecretBox, but this map has that drain time that you can get away with a few tactical misses. But when you're against a player like Pezz, they are a bit more concerning than you would hope for, because the way he has now started to play, the way he has dialed in, it's been going absolutely ham, but the miss does come in from Pezz there, and the intro has ended with a small lead coming to ASecretBox with about 60 combo and an accuracy lead of about a full percentage.
Yeah, and as we are getting through this, of course, first, I guess, whole section of this map getting closer and closer to the first KI, we might be seeing just a absolute masterclass from both of the players, as both of them are just hitting this first KI perfectly, except for Pezz that was able, after all, to find the first miss in the first part of this KI, and is just giving back that advantage towards ASecretBox, which is not going to be refusing that offer. Still going strong, 98.6% accuracy, and just destroying this map so far.
Yeah, I mean, I know ASecretBox has got experience in this map in the tournament scene. We saw it in the COE qualifiers and did put out an insane score on that, and now seeing, you know, the ability just to bring it out into an actual finals where you are actually competing against an individual person instead of a roster of other scores. Just the consistency to be brought out is just disgusting work, and both of them are starting to play very comfortably on this map now. Pezz has started to recover quite strong, but recovery isn't going to help until ASecretBox finds that break. And we're getting to the halfway point now where those misses are needing to be found. And you do get this 1-2 section that's a bit more intense, littered in with the stream between, but it doesn't stop anyone as they both continue to hold on. But Pezz finds the break right at the end of it. And unfortunately, that is not going to be helping, as that score lead is going to continue walking forwards towards the ASecretBox. 130k in his favor and still climbing.
Yeah, and as we are just seeing, it might have been just not enough. DT1 was just a perfect map for ASecretBox to get some warm-up going, and never mind that he does find the break. Unfortunately, a little bit too late for Pezz, as there is only a quarter of the map left, and he is unfortunately a bit too nervous to be able to capitalize on the, after all, late miss from ASecretBox, and we will be seeing the 166,000 score advantage towards ASecretBox over Pezz, and that is not something that can be overthrown, especially in the last quarter of this map.
Yeah, this is a scary position for Pezz to be in, because the thing you may not have realized for people watching at home as well is that when or if ASecretBox wins this map and gets himself to match point, he has his protect still available. So winning this point is so crucial for Pezz, but it's 170k to climb back in such a small sliver of the map, and I don't know if it's going to be possible in the slightest, especially when ASecretBox is the one to continue holding. And I'm now just seeing if he can close the map out with 99, drops a bit of accuracy there. Pezz trades a miss instead, but it's just not going to be enough. This is a really rough position for Pezz to be in now. This is honestly going to be the scariest point for Pezz, right? Because even in the case that ASecretBox doesn't pick their Protect, he's still going to pick in something he's going to be good on and comfortable with. But instead, yeah, he saw the plan through from the get-go and has immediately opted into what he is best known for. ASecretBox picking into No Mod 2. Could you name a better duo to put together? You have 190 BPM, 4 minutes, 24 follow point streams. This map is gonna be nuts. The performances on this are gonna be insane. Pezz is really gonna need to dial in here if he wants to try and bring this point back, but when you are against the box on this kind of map, you're gonna need to require a miracle and some fortune for it.
Yeah, when people are saying what is in the secret box, that might have been the answer, might be the metronome, as he might just get. He's very known for this type of map, he's very known for his flow aim ability, and of course his great accuracy, and this is what is pretty much tested on this type of map, No Mod 2 on 190 BPM, as said before. It is pretty much as a playground for him, and Pezz needs to actually lock in, get some of his ability in, and try to get as much combo, as much accuracy as possible, because it is unlikely, very unlikely that ASecretBox will be finding some misses or breaks, and if he after all does find them, Pezz needs to be able to capitalize on them, and it is not going to be easy.
Yeah, one of the most universally known things for Box is that the scariest thing this man brings to the table is that disgusting consistency and the disgusting tapping that he can bring on top of it. So you bring a map like this, which is the combination of the two, and you find yourself in a scary position, especially with Pezz opening the map to a note lock, which is not going to be a very nice showing, as this map brings so many scenarios where you're going to be finding yourself in, where you're just note locked after note lock, because these follow point streams are so brutal. You do get these more normal streams to be littered in between, but it's only after the jump scare of a follow point stream. But early in, as expected for a map like this, we are going to be seeing that early lead from ASecretBox with 98.75% accuracy and almost 400 combo. But Pezz has recovered quite nicely here, getting up to that 370 combo, just a bit behind on the accuracy as well by about 2-3% of 96%. But this map's long, right? You get 4 minutes. There are definitely comeback opportunities on a map like this.
Yeah, I mean, normally it would be pretty much the case. The only big trouble right now would be that even you're facing against the ASecretBox, it is not really the more place for you to get some advantage, to get some comeback on. It is more so more space for him to find more of those score that he will be able to produce. And as we are seeing, still both of the players are trying to recover, trying to do their best to get a great score on this map, and ASecretBox still holding now 850 combo and 99.5 almost percent accuracy, still holding strong, as Pezz is trying to match it desperately, but he's sadly not able to, finding some more misses, unfortunately, that I was not able to see properly, but it is still not looking great, as Pezz is just trying his best, but his best might not be enough on this type of map.
Yeah, I can't mention it enough when you put a god of consistency, a god of tapping on their most comfort zone, and he's just gonna make crazy things happen. The main idea now is just how long can he continue this insanity, because he has crossed that 1.2k barrier combo. Pezz does bring in, you know, some solid combos to try and compete with it, but not enough to compete with, you know, still holding on to that full combo. But it just depends now, getting to that halfway point of the map, and it just depends if we do see that combo to continue growing for the side of ASecretBox, which it might be the case, but he does find that set of misses, which now actually opens a chance for Pezz to try to bring it back, but it is all dependent on him holding the combo. You need to bring that consistency to the table, but unfortunately does find the miss on one of the jump sections just at the end of one of the streams, but it's still only 100k, is a third of the map remaining. You still have at least a minute. You just need to build that combo while you can.
and it seems like it is not really an opportunity for Pezz, as we are still not being let down. There is no relax on this map, there is still much more big fall streams, 4-point streams, and ASecretBox does find some more misses from those, and it would have been a very possible situation for Pezz to come back in, but it is still a 100k south in score difference between the two, and it is a big uphill battle for Pezz that is not really even 100% possible, as he's trying his best again, recovering his accuracy, recovering his combo, but the ASecretBox is still lagging just a little bit behind him, waiting for another miss, waiting to get some more combo, some more score on his side. And as we are getting into, I believe, the last PI of this map, we are still seeing both of the players holding combo and fighting double break on all both of the sides. ASecretBox finds some more, but immediately traded by Pezz. But the score difference does not move. It is still covering the round. 100k combo, 100k score difference between the two, and the Pezz finding some more breaks. Traded of course by ASecretBox, but it is going to be, after all, just a little bit not enough to get another point in his bag.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate case for Pezz. The wound opened, there was an opportunity to try to bring it back, but a map like this is so difficult to build that combo on because there are so many points where the stream just kicks off straight into those follow points, and it's so easy to find those no locks. Unfortunately for Pezz, that is going to be GG's, and a very well fought battle from the both of them. It is GG's, that is Box going up to the grand finals, I believe. And Pezz, unfortunately, going to have to try to fight his way back through the losers bracket, but shouldn't be too long. Should be able to fight his way back up, shouldn't have to struggle too much, but his opponent isn't someone to scoff at. If I'm not mistaken, sorry if I'm going to absolutely butcher this name, but Ikarusi, I believe, is going to be his opponent in that losers grand finals, and I wish them both the best of luck in their match because it is going to be a good one, as ASecretBox will be awaiting at the top for the winner of those two. It is well played, and I know some people were hoping for Pezz to win. It was almost there. The comeback was real. It was starting to happen, but it was closed out just fast enough for ASecretBox to bring in that normal 2 and know what was needed. It was well fought. Have you got any final opinions, Thomas?
I mean, it was a great match, of course, great performance of both of the players, but today, unfortunately, the ASecretBox just found a little bit too much break points in this match that Pezz was just not able to handle well this time around. But everything might change because another week, another pool, and it might be a completely different story, especially at those more harder, I guess, aim maps that we might be seeing in the grand finals pool. But for now, I can only wish a great evening for people that are watching, and hopefully a great match that we might be seeing, great matches that we might be seeing and next week.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That wraps up the finals bracket, I believe. Good luck to all of the players next week, and I hope it will be just as cinema as these matches have been coming up to this point. Thank you to our amazing ref, I believe it was Jersey. Thank you for reffing this match. Thank you, of course, Vexy for being our amazing streamer. And of course, thank you, Tomi, for stepping in last minute to be my co-commentator. That right there is GOAT behavior from Tomi. I wish you all well, and I do hope to see you next week. This is us closing out, and I will see you in the grand finals, hopefully. Goodbye!
Bye-bye.